Brace yourself. Gonna blast up anytime now. Collect yourself. Things will never be the same in a sad, sad world.
So, have you ever had those moments where you can't think of a word? You know the word, it's on the tip of your tongue, we say, but you just can't quite think of the word you're looking for.
Yes.
Yes, I think that happens to everybody.
Yeah.
So you might say something like this to me. You might say, "Mr. Childers, could you get me that thing? That thing?" And I hear you, and I'm like, are you talking about this? And I bring you the sponge. You're like, no, not the sponge. I need the thing. Bring me the thing. So I'm like, you mean this? The scissors? And I bring you the scissors. You're like, no, not the scissors. Bring me the thing. So I show up with a canned ham. And you're like, oh, come on. I don't want a canned ham. I want the the thing. And finally I show up with this roll of toilet paper and you're like, oh, thank you. You brought me the thing. And then I say, well, Amanda, just so you know, this is called toilet paper. That's the word you were looking for.
Oh, thank you, sir. I didn't know that.
When you're struggling for words, when you're calling all these things, of course, you're being accurate. This is a thing. This is a thing.
You have in your room canned ham, toilet paper, and scissors.
This is the thing. They're all things, but calling them things doesn't give us any useful information. All right. And we've got to have some way to know and to name the difference between things. Because look, if what you need to use is this, and you try using this, you're going to be in trouble. You don't want to get these two mixed up. Aristotle tells us that what matters, what's important in life, what's real, it's not these ideas up there like Plato said, but it's matter, it's stuff, it's things, okay? What makes one thing different from another thing is what Aristotle calls its form. Plato talks about form too, but form for Plato are those ideas up in the other world. For Aristotle, form is inside of a thing. Form is its traits, its characteristics, and that's what makes a thing the kind of thing it is. The reason this thing, this matter, is a canned ham, and this matter is a roll of toilet paper, is because they have different characteristics or traits. Characteristics of this, it's got a metal shell, the inside used to be part of a pig, it's salty, you can eat it. Characteristics of this, it used to belong to a tree or many trees. It is shaped in sort of a cylinder. It's used for what we use it for, okay? We use them for two very different things because they have two very different sets of characteristics or traits. And that is what Aristotle calls form, a thing's characteristics or traits. Your form makes you the kind of thing you are. If all we had were things and not different kinds of things, we couldn't communicate. Get me the thing, get me the thing. You don't know whether I want the ham, the toilet paper, the scissors, or the moon. All right? We look at the different things and say that they are different kinds of things and give them different names because they have different forms. And those forms are inside them. Plato wants to point your attention outside of this world. He has a very low opinion of this world and of matter, of physical things. Remember, he says the world around us is just like shadows on the wall of a cave. Okay? That means everything and everyone you know or love in this world, Plato goes like that, and dismisses them with a wave of a hand. Aristotle says, not so fast. What's real, what matters is matter, stuff, things. And what makes a thing the kind of thing it is inside it. Its form, its traits. And the same thing that's true about a canned ham or toilet paper is true about you. So what makes May, May? What makes Yami, Yami? Hi, Yami. What makes Precious, Precious, and all of us who are here? Aristotle says, don't look in the sky and don't look outside of yourself to define yourself. Look inside. You have everything you need to make you who and what you are inside you. All right. So that is another way to illustrate Aristotle's theory of forms and how it's very different than Plato's theory. Different, I'm reaching for something here, different and much more earth-centered, okay? In this classic picture we've looked at a bunch of times, I can't see my own camera, so I hope you can see this. Plato points up, Aristotle points down. Plato points up to this world of forms, this other world, the spiritual other dimension, this weird place. Aristotle looks at Plato, says, shut up about that. You made that up. And he points down at the earth. And he says, matter matters. Stuff is real. And form is what makes a thing what it is, and that's that thing's characteristics or traits. We've had a number of illustrations about that so far, and I'm already almost done with my spiel. We've had a number of illustrations about that so far. The example with the plaid shirts that I think confused everybody, the example with the apples in today's video that probably confused them worse, the example with the shoes that just secured their confusion for all time, and now the example with the difference between toilet paper, scissors, and canned ham. And it looks like I have ruined meat for Amanda for all time, as she says, I just went vegan. Oh.
Around a lot a bit, trying to make the pieces fit to a puzzle with a million missing pieces. When I'm feeling fine is when I discover that I'm afraid to blow my cover, and there's something very wrong with this. So slip back in your hole, or get back in your cave. If I'm going down, I'm taking someone with me.